The forgotten key to God's presence. Few Christians use this, a story-based lesson on quietness and meditation. Most Christians pray. Most Christians worship. Most Christians ask God for help. But very few ever use the one key that opens the deepest part of God's presence: quietness. Not silence from the outside world, but silence inside the heart. Let me tell you a story. There was a young man named Daniel. He loved God, but if you asked him, he would say something many believers feel. I pray, I read, I attend church, but I still don't feel God the way I want to. His heart was sincere, but his mind was crowded. Every time he tried to pray, his thoughts scattered. Every time he tried to worship, his heart raced. Every time he tried to listen, he found himself talking instead. One day, an older pastor noticed him struggling, and he said something Daniel never forgot. You are trying to hear God, but you're never quiet enough inside to notice when he speaks. Those words hit deep. The pastor invited Daniel to his home one morning. No noise, no music, no long prayers, just stillness. He said, sit, breathe, don't say anything. Just be aware that God is here. At first, it felt strange. Daniel's mind jumped from thought to thought. His body felt restless. His heart felt too loud. 5 minutes passed, then 10. Then something changed. The noise inside him began to settle. His breathing slowed. His thoughts softened. And suddenly, a warmth filled the room. Not emotional hype, not imagination, but a steady, peaceful awareness. For the first time in his life, Daniel felt what it meant to be still and know that I am God. He didn't hear a loud voice. He didn't see a vision, but he felt a closeness, a gentleness, a clarity that no sermon had ever given him. That day, the pastor told him, quietness is not the absence of sound. It is the posture of a heart that stops performing and starts listening. After that moment, Daniel changed his walk with God. He began every morning with 5 minutes of stillness, not asking for anything, not rushing, not performing, just sitting in God's presence. And it transformed him. His decisions became clearer. His reactions became calmer. His spirit became sharper. People around him noticed the difference. He didn't talk more about God. He carried him. Here's the truth many Christians forget. We try to find God in noise, but he often reveals himself in stillness. We rush through devotion, but God moves slowly and deeply. We look for dramatic signs, but God whispers, and whispers can only be heard by quiet hearts. Quietness is not passive. It is powerful. It is spiritual alignment. It is the moment when you stop trying to control life, and you let God become the center again. Maybe your spiritual life feels dry. Maybe you've been praying but not hearing. Maybe you feel far even though you're trying. Quietness might be the key you've been missing. Not hours of meditation, just a few minutes of honest stillness where your heart says, Lord, I'm here. I'm listening. Because in the silence, God does his deepest work. He restores. He reveals. He strengthens. He speaks, not always in words, but in peace, conviction, direction, and gentle nudges. Like Daniel, you might discover that God was never far. You were simply too noisy inside to notice. So today, return to the forgotten key. Sit with God, not to impress him, not to perform, just to be with him.